And that's your biggest worry?
Yes, any kind of virus, but most probably something similar to influenza.
Because of air travel?
Through the air. Coughing.
I'm sorry, I meant people on planes. That was something you described in your book.
Yes, a new virus in Madagascar, say, could be in Chicago within a matter of weeks, and we end up with a global pandemic. Pan meaning all, the whole world becomes sick all at once.
And Dr. Newman, you're also an epidemiologist. I presume the prospect of a viral pandemic keeps you up at night as well?
No.
No?
No.
All right, well, that's our show.
No, mankind has been at war with the virus from the start. Sometimes millions of people die, as in an actual war, but in the end, we always win.
But you, just to be clear, you do think microorganisms pose a threat?
Oh, in the most dire terms.
Bacteria?
No.
You like saying no?
Yes.
Not bacteria, not viruses, so...
Fungus. Yes, that's the usual response. Fungi seem harmless enough. Many species know otherwise, because there are some fungi who seek not to kill, but to control. Let me ask you, where do we get LSD from?
Where do you get it from?
It comes from ergot, a fungus. Psilocybin, also a fungus. Viruses can make us ill, but fungi can alter our very minds. There's a fungus that infects insects, gets inside an ant, for example, travels through its circulatory system to the ant's brain and then floods it with hallucinogens, thus bending the ant's mind to its will. The fungus starts to direct the ant's behavior, telling it where to go, what to do, like a puppeteer with a marionette. And it gets worse. The fungus needs food to live, so it begins to devour its host from within, replacing the ant's flesh with its own. But it doesn't let its victim die, no. It keeps its puppet alive by preventing decomposition. How? Where do we get penicillin from?
Fungus.
Oh.
Dr. Schoenheis, you're in distress.
Fungal infection of this kind is real, but not in humans.
True, fungi cannot survive if its host's internal temperature is over 94 degrees. And currently there are no reasons for fungi to evolve to be able to withstand higher temperatures. But what if that were to change? What if, for instance, the world were to get slightly warmer? Well, now, there is reason to evolve. One gene mutates, and an Ascomycetia, Candida, ergot, Cordyceps, Aspergillus, any one of them could become capable of burrowing into our brains and taking control, not of millions of us, but billions of us. Billions of puppets with poisoned minds, permanently fixed on one unifying goal: to spread the infection to every last human alive by any means necessary. And there are no treatments for this, no preventatives, no cures. They don't exist. It's not even possible to make them.
So if that happens...
we lose.
We'll be back.
っていうのは本音です。私は反対です。反対です。なぜ私がこんなことを講演してるかって言えばね、本当に中国の人たちは迷惑かけてるね。
In the week that Japan surrendered in 1945, Japanese Army Unit 731 was busy destroying evidence of its work. 70 years later, the atmosphere here is still heavy with the terror and the torture of that time. Unit 731 compound is one of the most terrifying secrets in the 20th century. From 1939 to 1945, at least 3,000 people were killed here. As the site is now open to the public, we are seeing perhaps the most notorious wartime crimes in human history. Personnel posted at the unit here refer to those they experimented on as maruta. In Japanese, this means logs. The unit experimented on anyone they could get their hands on. Chinese, Russians, Koreans, Mongolians, and even a few American prisoners of war. All fell victim to the so-called doctors at the camps. Some of the numerous atrocities committed by the head of the unit, Shiro Ishii, and others under his command include vivisection, limb amputation, frostbite testing, and rape syphilis, and forced pregnancy. And all of this was performed on people. The ultimate goal, to develop Japan's biological warfare program.
The ceramic shell allows the bacteria to be quickly released into the air. The unit also tested on prisoners with bubonic plague, cholera, smallpox, botulism, and other diseases.
After the war, the soldiers of the unit were ordered not to say anything about what they did. Even to this date, the Japanese government hasn't acknowledged Unit 731's atrocities, despite a lot of evidence discovered at the site. But there are still some Japanese who have chosen not to stay silent.
中国の人たちには謝りたいことの主なんですよ。本当のことを言って、こんな惨めなことをやってね、本当に終戦の時に日本のね、子供たちを見てくれて、慕ってくれたっていうことは、本当に私感謝しますし、罪としてみんなにお詫びをしなきゃいけないっていうのが本音です。私は反対です。反対です。なぜ私がこんなことを講演してるかって言えばね、本当に中国の人たちは迷惑かけてる。ね。
얹혀서 날치알 불닭 마요.